Hello, 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 and hello. Welcome all to this next episode of Scum Villainy. Echo. I am your... I don't even remember if I gave myself a title, but I'm Space Lord, Storyteller, whatever. Spice! We got it in early this time. My name's Tom. He, him pronouns. I'll be running the game. I'll be... usually we say, oh, we'll do the weather patterns. Not much weather in Spice. There's meteors.
Spice weather.
Space weather. It's raining Mercury. Yes, so I will quickly... let's just quickly reintroduce to these players who you didn't get to see for a little while, because they were off being big damn heroes.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom,
Vroom, vroom, toot, toot, beep, beep. Womp, womp.
Which I'm afraid Bullfrog says in-world to people having like zoom, zoom, beep, beep, toot, toot, and they're like, sure, have another champagne. Actually, speaking of Bullfrog, I'll throw over to Nat.
Hey, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. And I shall be playing Aida Bullfrog Valeri, who is the pilot, and also accompanied by the best little gal ever, Lil Sal.
Little Sal.
Little Urbot, who is great at hoisting people back into cars that are definitely not supposed to be spaceships, doing a little lighter thumbs up emote, and just generally being a cute little guy.
Yeah.
Great DJ.
Very, yes, yeah. And canonically, you watch Nat get absolutely furious at me, where I was like, maybe Little Sal's going into the void of space, and Nat's like...
Listen, I will come for you.
Now, it's great to say, and again, looking through my notes, where both of my players have threatened to beat me up over the course of this game. Speaking of another player who I'm absolutely terrified by, let's throw over to Rebecca.
No idea where this terror has come from. I am delightful and angelic, and hence playing Cassie Angel Montague, who is very unfairly the scoundrel, because of course butter wouldn't melt, and she's perfectly lovely. She did some shooting people to help Bullfrog win a race, and is coming to terms with the fact that if Bullfrog had to choose between her or Little Sal, she would be through an airlock in a heartbeat. And just fancies going to Warren for no particular reason. Never, got no motivation, nothing to do, no vice of obligation. Just, as a horrible junk colony world, seems like a nice place for a holiday,
Absolutely. As we watch the hollow of Ritan al-Malakaith, the governor, and his terrible son standing in the background, and you just... So, last time we saw these two, they were competing in a race by the Echo Riders. Weird coincidence, Echo. They won rather handily, using ingenuity. Actually, I was going to say cheating. You actually played a pretty fair game. You used the skills you had, and you did it well. And Little Sal...
a little bit of violence, but no cheating.
Yeah, I mean, you blew up... one ship was blown up, which was full of goats, but that's not... Actually, that's the point.
And it was entirely their fault.
Actually, that's the point. Nat, can you just roll me a d6?
Space goats!
Sure. 1.
Ooh, now this connects. So before we're beginning, I'd like to say a big thank you to our various sponsors and supporters. First of all, we're starting with Phoenix Dice. Thank you very much to Phoenix Dice. If you go to phoenixdice.com and you type in roll together, all caps, at checkout, you get 25% off your purchase. And you get beautiful you get a whole collection of these beautiful roll together dice. Also, the D20 Club, otherwise known as the Dice Heads. Now, thank you to them. They gave us a Discord, they made us a wiki. And for one of your local currency, or indeed one Space Goat, as we worked out, there's an ongoing plot with the Space Goats. And Nat has rolled, and the Space Goats, having been blasted off into the void of space, have now been picked up by some junkers who are intending, rather like in Sonic the Hedgehog, to make some terrible androids out of these goats. And the goats are now encased in terrible metal suits, possibly to go fight in a war. you know,
Cyber goats.
fiber goats.
Ever goats. Dibbly.
That's all they want. These goats used to hunger for tin cans, and now they hunger for violence.
Now they are the tin can.
Fracking toasters. Anyway, as I say, a space swear word, I think we should throw over to our game.
This is the game. It's here.
No, the games have to go over there
it.
somewhere with more awake
Where's
and
the
clever
game?
people.
You just cut to Josh going, there's no title. What's he doing? It's been this long. Anyway, on that really professional, very slick note, welcome back. As I said, both Angel and Bullfrog decided to spend the night partying with the Echo Riders under the protection of Cerberus, the head of the group, the three-headed partial cyborg, and everything was relatively genial. You know, sort of they won the race. They got a good payout, and Cerberus, to their knowledge, upheld his part of the deal. He didn't take Echo, and has paid out of pocket for a complete repaint of the ship and also the change of transponders, which means that the crew now no longer is under. I mean, the bounty hunter Ruskin Brown is going to have a harder job tracking these guys down, unless he left like a little air tag in one of his coats. And he's like, "Oh my god, it's over there." Anyway, after a heavy night, and please don't pilot and drink, folks. And yet, hey,
Unless you're real skilled.
Watch me do an ollie. You just doing donuts in space. The Echo Riders stated that they were moving on to their next location, and as it was suggested, there is a radio frequency that they release when they are setting up the next race. It's a drag race. They drop in, they drop out. The crew of the Echo returned to Echo, and attempting to hail the ship, didn't get anything on their frequency. There was a bit of sort of basically trying to open, shimmying open the door. And the door was indeed opened. The shuttle, which has gone through, it's... Bless her, she's on her last leg. She went for a lot in that race and burnt a lot of nitro. Lands in the docking bay. Fortunately, a ship that is depowered still retains a certain amount of oxygen, but especially for Bullfrog, who spent pretty much your entire life on spaceships, you're like, this is bad. Even Angel is like, okay, I might have been a bit landlocked. This ain't good. You both step out. Actually, that's the point. Are you going to get out of the shuttle?
Well, we're in our spacesuit, so it wouldn't be terrible.
No.
I mean, yeah, gotta go explore and see what's going on.
I have guns. I have my guns.
You pull out just like a John Woo movie. You just start turning around, and going and firing into the. And you're like, and that's how the Echo got perforated. Yes, you're both in your spacesuits, and Little Sal is with you. As always, Little Sal has been playing, as we said, a really solid playlist for the journey back, which hasn't been too heavy. It's a sort of Sunday drive kind of playlist where you're like, oh, this is a bop.
Drops of Jupiter is the vibe.
Yeah, look, all the space songs are in there. Look, folks, when we do the talk together at the end of these two, I'll be like, so guys, what's on the playlist? We'll put it together.
I lost my heart to a Starship Trooper every time. A banger.
Yeah, I'm saying both of these are bops. Also, Satellite by Dave Matthews Band. That's my less than cool addition to the playlist. Yes, you both step out. The shuttle lowers down the hatch. You're both able to step out, and because we are now it seems, entering into Alien, you both got little lamps inside of your helmets so we can see your faces.
But it's okay because we're both the smart woman and there's no stupid men to ignore us, so it's going to be okay.
Well, there's one stupid man on the ship who you don't know where he is at the moment.
And if little Sal is the cat, then she's fine.
Yeah.
You got to save the cat, folks.
Does little Sal have any sort of scanning on? I mean, it just says like you have an Urbot. It never defines what that Urbot can do. Can she do a scan?
Yeah, I'm thinking like in the Jedi Fallen Order games. Is it BB2? Anyway, you've got a little friend who, yes, is able to do a. I think Bullfrog, you're the sort of person who would probably have put in like a general scanner in, and it's probably how little Sal sees the world in that kind of scan.
Do a little bio scan for us, Sal. See what you can pick up. Maybe do it stealthy, just in case. Beep, 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 beep.
Little Sal crouches and starts to like crab walking while quietly. Beep, 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 beep. Yes. Would you like to roll something for?
Sure. Would Sally use my stats?
Yeah, in this case, it would. I'm also happy for you to sort of again having a look at what skills, because it could be like it's medicine kind of use, or it could be doctor. I don't think you'll probably have doctor, or you'll be like, hey, I actually put a lot of effort.
I have no insight. I've got 1 in rig. That's the most insight I have. So this is probably going to be study with disadvantage, I guess.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a 1. There it is.
There's nothing I can do to help at all.
Little Sal runs over and like points at it's basically a box. Do you go over to the box?
Yeah.
There is a plush of a seahorse with like a little lab coat and a little stuff. Congratulations, you discovered a Dr. Seahorse plushie. Please add that to your inventory. You just,
Wait, was this here before? Because I feel like I would have noticed it.
No, this is because you've completed Act 2. This is like the new addition to the collection of like for Echo ship power down. So this is new. Yeah, you have been picking up the other plushies, right? Both of you. You do know that there'll be XP anyway. So little Sal got too excited and discovered a cuddly toy. Angel, you're also capable of. If looking around,
I'm capable of looking around.
Yes, but my point being, it's like, first of all, pushing to look around. Second of all, depending on what you're going to use, I might give you an additional dice for what you're looking at.
I was wondering about, I mean, I'm assuming we're going to head down to Echo together, but whilst little Sal is having a bit of a scan, I wouldn't mind heading to the captain's quarters, which I left, it's mine now.
Your room
has a bunch of Nathan Fillion stuff in, and also had a safe that I hadn't bothered trying to open yet, and I just want to go see if anything looks tampered with.
By all means, yeah. So you just.
I have a point in study. I have 2 points in skulk, and I'd like to argue that I'm doing this very sneakily.
While little Sal is, I think it's fair to go that while Bullfrog is holding like this plush toy and going, what? What? Yeah. You squeeze and you hear, "Take care of your kidneys." And you're like, that's a weird catchphrase. Yes. Please roll skull.
So if I have 2 pips, that means I roll 2d6 and take the highest.
Yeah.
That is a 6.
Nice.
Welcome back, Rebecca.
The other one was a 2.
You've got to mix it up. That doesn't mean that you've crit on it.
Yeah.
So so that I think that does give you an extra dice in your back pocket, just in case you...
Gee,
in case
thank you. Sparkly dice.
Sparkly dice. You begin skulking off to your quarters. You... Yes, sort of like... because it's a 6, it's like an additional advantage. Do you just head straight there? Or are you
I
going to
will
look...
head, but with my eyes open. If something looks weird, I'm not going to just walk straight past it.
Good, because there's blood having dripped down the steps. Yeah,
Like
not
blood?
currently dripping. It looks like, and this is why I was like, hey, you probably... It looks like someone has splattered a considerable amount of blood down.
I have a lot of experience at fighting.
Yes.
What sort of spray pattern does it look like? Does it look like a cut? Does it look like someone bashed someone's head in? Like what?
Angel, you go into Sherlock Holmes mode, as we very much like the eyes of little Sal just now, where you're like, okay, you start looking. It looks like. Are you going to follow? Like, are you following the blood trail, or are you just looking?
I should probably follow the blood trail.
Cool.
Really, might be more important than the safe. Maybe.
Yeah. Are you? I mean, I'm acknowledging the skulk here. Are you just going off on your own power here and leaving your pilot behind?
Yeah, I think Angel was assuming she'd just pop and have a look and pop back. And once she's seen blood, she's not. She does quite like Rig, and also we need Rig to fix the ship. So yes, I think she's focused.
I have a communicator in my items. Do you?
Yes.
Oh, I probably do, don't I?
That might be.
Yes, I do.
Do you just have that, or was that part of your loadout?
It's part of a loadout, but we never filled our loadout last time. I don't think.
And it would be fresh. Yes, you are welcome. I mean, I will let one. My point being, I was going to say I'll let one of you do it because it makes sense. You've got, or if you both want to take it, that you both got one. But rather than, because obviously you're together, you both could communicate via communicator.
It's fine. I also had spare space in my loadout, so I'm fine.
Yeah,
that's all gonna sort of wash because you're back on the ship and you can take your stuff off. Also, we'll work out how much stress you guys have.
We've not rolled for that yet.
I tell you what, as you guys are sort of preparing to be like, Angel comes back and is like, problem. Do you both want to roll
Angel
for?
Keeps going, but is going to beep. Problem.
problem.
That.
Through your comms. Both want to roll for stress?
Yeah.
It's been a little while. Remind me how we do that.
So it is that I think it's your skill. It's the one you have the fewest pips in. So you roll in that, how many dice you've got. So.
Ooh.
So I would just be rolling one because I've only got one in insight, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, ditto. I only have one in insight. Wow, we're a party.
Okay. Okay. Still got 2 stress left, but that's
not
pretty
terrible.
good.
Yeah.
What's 6 minus 3? I have 3 stress left.
Okay, so I think this is the difficulty of being like, cool, this is very stressful. You guys are taking stress, but you're not taking in-game stress, where you're being like, problem. Yes, Bip, Bullfrog, you hear that through your comms.
Where are they little wrist comms? Are they head comms? Are they Star Trek chest comms?
What would you like? I mean, you're both wearing helmets at the moment, but I quite like the idea that you sort of you put your. It's like
Can't scratch my nose in this thing.
You just
cool.
Let's say it's sort of like you put your hand up and it's like the microphone's there, so it's like. Hello, I'm speaking to you via the phone. I mean, slight distraction, but it's very funny now when you're with kids. They're like, oh, cool, if you're going to mime a phone, we're all like this. And they're like, this. And you're like, oh, the world has changed. Yes. So, Angel, travelling, hand up, speaks into the comms. there is a spray. It looks like, as you're going up the stairs, it looks like sort of dripping blood that... Actually, would you just... what would you like? Is that you've got fight? What's your skill?
I have a lot of scrap.
Roll me a scrap, just for sort of battle knowledge.
Highest was another 6.
Amazing.
3, 3, and 6.
You can be like, right, okay, this doesn't look like a gunshot.
Okay.
This doesn't necessarily look like a stabbing. It doesn't look like it is possibly a arterial wrist wound. It looks like someone, and rather amusingly, as you walk past and you just watch as the coffee machine tries to spray like steam at you, and you're just like, startling. Looks like rig something. You see sort of like as you're getting into the pilot's bay, you're like, okay. Actually, I'll say this. You're looking down. The hatch, which has like a screen in it, someone has put like a fist through, cut open their arm, has then sort of like holding their arm and trying to staunch the bleeding, drip, 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 drip down, and then back to where Bullfrog was. Looks like they got off on another ship. You have also noticed that someone has indeed painted your ship, and has possibly has gone. You know, there's no. Yes, you are now sort of like looking and go, okay, blood down. There is the hatch, which is sealed, but there's dark down there. You can also see the flashing lights on the control. You are running on auxiliary power, and I mean, Angel, you're like, piloting isn't your thing, but you can kind of like see that it's on like a battery. It's on like 2 bars. This has possibly been running off auxiliary for possibly the evening into the like time's weird in space. You're like morning.
I think I'll wait for Bullfrog to catch up, point out that, look, this is what I think the blood means. Should we just call Echo, see if she answers? Or it's quite dark, going down a dark hatch with a bunch of blood coming out feels a bit...
I mean, when you compare it to dying of cold and lack of oxygen in space...
Echo?
Nothing lights up.
All right, I'll go down there.
Yeah. I was going to say, Bullfrog can look. Bullfrog, you're also aware that you might... It's not normal. The Echo has been an addition to this ship.
Yeah.
You might be able to be like, right, let's...
We could rig it without.
We're like anti-rigging, you know, sort of like being like, cool, we're turning off I was about to say the DLC. You know the DLC you get on
We'll do a
spaceships.
Battlestar Galactica and we'll do the downgraded. We'll run on the downgraded software, so we can't be hacked.
Very useful. But yes, what do you two want to do?
Just double check the entirety of the race and Cerberus and all of that lot have already left. There's no one to call back and be like, hey, anyone give us like a cable tow?
I mean...
Or a little battery judge.
Oh, he loves it when you speak French. Yes, I mean, you can certainly try. They are... I mean, the majority of the flotilla is probably headed off, but there's always going to be some people hanging around afterwards.
I think, well, anyway, because as far as we're concerned, the only people that were on this ship were Rig, and then it was Cerberus's team that came on here. So
the mechanic and Meg.
Yeah. What was the other guy? Did we actually get his name?
I believe my brain's saying Mike, but then that's Mike and the Mechanics, which is a band.
It was Dove and Meg.
Dove. Great. We'll try and send a message out to Cerberus to see if he's not too far away. Hey, Cerberus, what did your team do to our ship?
Yeah.
please roll something, Nat.
I'm gonna roll consort.
Consort. I think that's fair. Actually, let's see how this goes, because I might throw an extra d6 at you depending on how it goes.
Okay. Well, out 2 out of 3 dice. I'm already on a 6.
Well,
That's a crit.
Crit.
Nice.
Hey, Bullfrog! Happy
New Year.
Happy New Year! I mean, I wasn't expecting to hear from you for a good while. You're getting the hunkering to race again.
No, thought you could get away with painting her up a pretty color, but ruining the inside, and I don't know, taking one of my crew.
The frostiness over the radio. I don't quite understand what you mean by that. But
you want to tell me what happens? Do you trust your folks you sent in here?
Hold on, I'll call you back again.
Oh dear.
It's also worth pointing out the accent. You know, the voice has dropped. That's in the system now.
Okay.
And because it's a crit, and because I was like, also, you guys did a really good job on the race, and also sort of, you gave them what they wanted, where it's like, yeah, and also, but that's the thing, I mean, they're criminals. They're not crooks, you know? Yeah. There's a certain amount of honour, I think.
If this guy has the audacity to mock me in a flirty way, he would care if I wasn't around, so...
Yeah. Oh no. You know, you're one of his favourite pilots. I mean, he called you chicken.
Someone who calls you chicken relentless is favourite and flirty.
No, he thinks it's flirty.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, no.
I was going to say, I think we've established in a previous stream that I, the player, just can't pick up on people flirting. Which I'll believe you, but I thought he was mean.
He's the head of an international crime syndicate that happen to just love to race. There's smuggling and, sort of like, the majority of the men on the stream ain't worth shit. What can I say?
You're in charge here, Tom.
I might put.
You don't have to create a misandric world. We can
create just an army of really nice guys as NPCs.
Fine.
Oh, no, guys.
Nice, a nice man. There you go. Good.
Well, no, we have what's this? We've got Sir Morton.
Sir Morton. Actually. I'm not saying go around Cerberus. Sir Morton.
Oh no, he's already doing us a favour. He was giving out the signal to take Ruskin Brown off our tails.
Sir Morton, again, he is definitely an ace in the pocket if things do go bad later, and because he likes you to. Sir Morton is actually one of the few nice men out there. It seems. Yeah. Add a nice man. Yes.
Add a nice man.
Just literally written on my notes. I was like, nice. A nice man. So Cerberus currently is, I mean, you don't necessarily know, but is probably scraping through and waking up his his crew and being like, cool, what happened? Where's my ship? Yes, you both.
All right. While we wait for him to get back to us, let's take a look at the undercarriage and see if we can't get her working.
What can go wrong?
So that's the thing. Are you anti-rigging the ship to just try and basically turn the... She's not an AI, but to turn out the...
I guess going down to wherever the central core for Echo is.
Where she lives.
Yeah. And trying to either... give her a reboot to see if she can come online, or if that's not working, try and reroute the ship systems and stop her from. If we're on auxiliary powers, make sure that she's not, if she's dead in the water, not draining anymore, and try and see if we can get the ship going without her.
Cool.
So we've got Plan A: get Echo back online. Plan B: can we get the ship back online without her?
Great. So as I said. The hatch down to the core, where Echo is being held, is currently below you. You both look at the blood that's currently on the glass. as you look at someone as sort of, you could quite safely go, okay, arm went up, cut, open the hatch close again. Yeah. It's dark down there. There is obviously a hole that you could look through, or you could shine a torch down if you want to look.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen enough scary spaceship movies to not just stick my hand in.
Camera flips down. We're now looking as you two like look down into the hole.
Stay back, Sal.
Yeah. Sal shakes. You look. There is a person. It's not a body. They're breathing. It's Rig. Rig is lying on the floor at the bottom.
Kid.
You are you trying to look around more, or are you just focusing on Rig?
See him, we'll try and shine the torch around the area to make sure there's nothing immediately there.
It doesn't look like there's an alien in there. It also doesn't look like there's anything in for the Tesseract.
Where Echo would be. Yeah.
And actually, as you sort of look around, Rig's lying. Rig looks like he got zapped by something electrocuted and he fell back. There is a empty looking Tesseract near his feet, which, I mean, you've both spent a lot of time with him. Looks like basically his fidget toy he seems to be spending a lot of time with.
How are your medical skills?
My strength, by which I mean completely non-existent.
I do machines, not people.
I mean, I don't do patching up anything. I'm more of sort of the blowing apart style. So you
Rig was the fixer. I could technically grab a med kit. I just have no doctoring skills. To speak of, but that's fine. I'm going to well, you keep an eye out. Keep that gun aimed around me just in case. We'll slide down the ladder.
Hatch open. And again, like you're feeling like the tackiness of slightly dried blood. That it doesn't,
gross.
It's been a few hours. You're like, gross. Definitely gonna need a shower after this. Slide down. He's sort of like Rig's lying, sort of as I said, like his chest's moving. He's just sort of. There is the smell of burnt flesh and definitely more blood. That looks like. I'll give it to you for free because you're looking. You're like, cool. Doesn't look like Rig's the one who's like punched his way out. He's not bleeding out. But
his hand isn't completely lacerated.
His hand's not lacerated, but one of his hands does have like lightning. It looks like he's been electrocuted, and it went through his tool. Phrasing. It's me trying not to say Pip Boy or Omni Tool. His wrist-mounted device. The boy's been electrocuted. Okay.
The WMD.
The WMD. Yeah. Someone electrocuted his WMD. That's fine.
We're just going to take in the scene. Oh, this kid's been through too much already. I would like to use a med kit to try and patch him up as best I can. If Lil Sal can offer me any assistance, that'd be great.
Cool.
Could I use Rig instead of Doctor?
Rick wants a cyborg.
I think it's very funny. Yeah, okay. Yes, but...
Just focus on the mechanical, like, okay, does this arm bend the right way? Does this...
Yeah, like... I'll let you do it with obvious repercussions if this goes wrong.
I mean, so if is Lil Sal able to provide assistance in this case?
Lil Sal lifts up her arm as a little taser, and she's like,
I don't think that's what I think that was the problem in the first place. So.
Lil Sal tilts her head and goes, dives into the med kit, and then comes out with like bandages in the little arms.
Thank you. Oh boy, how do I push myself? Come on, dice. I believe in you. A 4?
I believe you.
You're just like, okay. Hand bone's connected to the arm bone. The arm bone's connected to the shoulder bone. That's your version of the song to your medical knowledge. You sort of like go, you kind of go, okay. No live electricity going through your boy at the moment. I think it's sort of like it's very sort of like we watch like a very quick montage of you like, I'm checking this arm, I'm checking this. Then you pause, and then you just sort of like slap, and it just
Come on, get out, snap out of it.
Rig's sort of eyes open, and how sort of again this is D&D where I was like, cool, roll perception, just roll d6.
Okay. I have no study. Although that was a 5.
I have study. Can I help? Is the help action not a thing?
Yes, it would be that you take one stress because you're giving help, but you know, it's like
Stressed? I'm very stressed.
Why don't you just roll?
Angel's not comfortable in space. Yeah. This is a new experience. I'm very happy for her to be a bit stressed.
It's fine. If you want to give advantage to.
Great.
Why don't you just roll? While I'm focused on bandaging, what does Angel notice?
We can roll.
You roll while Bullfrog, you're like wrapping, like you're like, okay, there's some lacerations, and it looks like, you know, he obviously took a battering getting blasted back. Am
I rolling instead of taking a stress? I'm just doing it.
Yes, that's just your flat, like,
okay.
Yeah.
3. I think I might use my shiny dice from that to 6. There we go.
Cool. You look and you kind of go, huh. That wasn't the colour of his eyes. These are more sort of coppery. And he sort of like, as he sort of opens his eyes, and it's like, hey, how did you win?
Bullfrog, what did you do to his eyes?
I didn't touch his eyes.
They're still there, right? Just he panicked, just like looking.
Whoa, steady. You're. What happened?
Again, sort of like blink. Well, the painter came round, and there was this lady, and had like it's like sort of like star, like colourful hair.
Main character energy.
Yeah. Cool scars. Yeah. And she. Again, sort of like blink. She wanted Echo, and I said she couldn't have Echo, and she got really mad, and she started talking about like a black hole. Both of you can roll study or Again, I'm not supposed to tell you what to roll, but when sort of like.
I mean, yeah, it'll be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
5.
1.
Cool. Bullfrog. Again, it's the sort of thing of like, I would say Bullfrog is disadvantaged by having more information than is necessary. That when you're kind of really like, because you're a pilot, you're like, I know tons about like black holes and this and that, you know. Angel, back on Warren, you worked for the governor's son, Xander. Lovely guy, lovely guy, lovely gloves.
Xavier, please, it's an even more evil name than Xander.
Xander, yeah.
It was Xavier.
Xavier?
I have Xavier written down.
I have Xavier. You work for Xavier. I don't know where I got Xander, because it's a Xavier. You worked for
basically the same name, but yes.
No, please, dear, don't call me Xander. Xavier. It's a more refined name, you know, for a more refined time. Xavier, you also know from your past that, you know, he talked to various interesting people and groups. There is a cult out there who worship a giant, all-consuming void, and their hope is consumption. That everything that is taken by the void will be balanced, and we will all be drawn into like infinite strings of like nothingness, and that would be good and just. So a fact that and while I've been talking about this, Rig's also been like trying to be like, oh yeah, and then she was like really mad, and then just you're focusing on like, okay, great, you got raided by, it seems, someone from this cult who's not here anymore.
I fill in Bullfrog.
Yeah, Bullfrog. Rig's like, yeah, and sort of like looks down. He's like, I'm feeling really. I think I might go have a lie down. But you.
What did she do to your eyes?
Paul's eyes. Again, I think for the study, like every time he's hesitating, he's like looking up at something. No, I don't. I probably should get checked out. I don't know. I don't know what she did to my eyes.
How did you get rid of her? There's blood. Is Echo still here?
Oh no. So I got out and I put Echo on a ship, on a ship to go follow her, and then I came back to try and sort this out, to try and get the ship working.
So she wanted Echo,
yeah,
and you sent Echo to her.
I sent Echo away, and we were going to follow her, and then I was like, I need to come back and help fix the ship.
So then what happened? Why are you... If she went away...
Eyes up. I don't remember.
Is he telling the truth?
Eyes up.
Roll.
What's an insight check?
Study, consort.
Yeah, I might argue consort or sway for you. You can command him to tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Angel might say, now Rig, we've got to know each other a lot in the last couple of weeks. I hate to think you were lying to me, and I'd hate to think of what the consequences of that might be. So I'd really appreciate you just telling your friends everything, and then we can help. That sounds like the better option, doesn't it?
You want to live, right?
You're both standing over this poor boy who's just looking up at you and being like, yeah, what did you get on your roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, I think it's fair that you've been like, cool, I think that's intense.
I got a 1 and a 5, and I want to push it up to a 6.
I got a 6 on consort.
Is it too stressed to push it?
Too stressed to, yeah.
I'll take it. I'm getting quite
You're getting very stressed already.
Yeah. It's been difficult.
You're just stressed.
Yeah.
Well, without you pushing it, if you've rolled a 5, I think given all of the chat that you gave, it's very strong. Would Bullfrog kind of like coming in and doing the nice friendly like, come on, you want to live, right? We got to get out of this together. I rolled a 6. Would that sort of even out the potential?
I think that was sort of like Rig's looking at you, is looking at Angel like terrified, and I think the fact that Bullfrog's like, hey, so the lady, she was very interested in Echo, and she was also interested in what I had. And he sort of gestures down to the cube. And she could talk to Echo, and she could also talk to... And it starts... No,
Stay with us, you got it.
You don't need to talk to him. He's unwell. I've completely different voices coming out of this young man's. He sounds old, like an old man, and husky.
Hello.
Hello. I'm his...
Do we have the pleasure of addressing?
There is slight sort of like musical notes sort of coming out, and then it's like speech, human, Daedalus. I made things. He's unwell. He's sick currently. He needs to sleep. I will... No, they need to... I will just explain later. Just let him rest. He needs to heal. The bandages aren't going to help.
Were you there the entire time, or have you only just arrived?
I've been with him when he... No, don't... I don't want to think about it. I've been with him all this time. I was... The cube. They kept us. Protected us. The Ark. I am helping him. Just trust. Rick's like...
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, but he there's blood and split. It's just not bloodness. It's the thing of him being like, I'm fighting against this, and then being like, no, maybe he's nice. He calms me down. He's been with me, and bonk, as he just passes out.
Let's get you to a sick bay.
Yeah.
Maybe that we could maybe lock him in just for safety.
Yeah.
So, currently on the ship, there is the captain's quarters. There is yours. There's the crew's quarters. There's the kitchen. There's also a holding cell, which are you transferring Rig to the holding cell?
We could make it cozy.
Yeah.
Holding cell, but we put a nice bed in, and the plushy seahorse.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess so.
You've got your own one on reverb, canonically.
You do, Mac.
It's a little one. This is bigger.
This is
Give it the little one.
Adorable. Nat, you've been holding this seahorse. And you're like, no, it reminds me of the past.
Imagine, you want to live, don't you?
Squeeze. Make sure you brush your teeth. And you're like, that's not a Dr. Seahorse line.
Not the time, Dr. Seahorse.
You, as Dr. Seahorse says that, you're like, I think this is a bootleg seahorse. Someone brought this in. This is illicit.
Fine, he can have the seahorse.
We see Rig being placed in the holding cell. Rig has spent most of his time sleeping down in the core and has had like a blanket and like his basically like a rucksack for his. It's not really. This is weirdly, even for like a prison, this is a much nicer bed than he's been sleeping on the cold ground up to this point.
He can have his blanket. We can put his bag in that. Like he can have his stuff. I just don't want him to be able to run around the ship.
That's fair.
Maybe
You're also.
murdering us.
I'd hate that, especially considering Josh currently isn't here. And I was like, yeah, Josh, you murdered the entire crew. Just you and Evey in space. Yes, you also, because I said, like, there's been a crew cabin, but I assume, Bullfrog, you've been sleeping in by yourself with the bunk beds? And
I guess so, if no one else is there.
I mean, it's a crew of 3 and one of them's been...
Spreading out, I mean, using all the bunks.
You've had... Again, I keep thinking of like the little quick like motion. It was like you sitting on this bed, you're on this bed, you're up here. You're like, what have I?
Sal's got a bed to herself.
Yes, that was the thing. Like you have the thing of like getting pillows, and you see Sal on the bed going, "Oh,"
you don't need them.
You could just stretch a hammock between the bunks and then turn it into like one enormous bed.
Yeah.
The eyes of this droid just get huge, and they're like, "Oh my goodness!"
Your wheels would get trapped You would get tied up in that thing. Oh, fine.
The whistle is very much, you don't know me. You're absolutely right. As we leave and we go there, as we watch Sal's dangling upside down, her wheels trapped in a blanket going, alarms going off, like a Roomba who's got stuck in a corner and is like, I can't get out, this is the end. Rig is placed in the holding cell. You put down some pillows, you put down a blanket, you leave his equipment with him, and as you both sort of look at the Omni tool, it seems to have fused. It doesn't necessarily look like that can come off at the moment.
We need to get him to a doctor.
Can we get anywhere? I don't feel the absence of Echo too strongly, given she was trying to extort money from us and was definitely going to do a mutiny at some point.
Yeah.
But can we fly?
Let's see what I can get sorted.
You can go up to the pilot's seat. Bullfrog, again, you're like, okay, the power's off. Please roll. But this is also like the feeling of like, cool, first time I probably am fully in control of this ship since I arrived. There's always been that kind of weird, like, I'm trying to think of the best thing, but...
Yeah, in the back seat.
Yeah. I was going to say it was like when you're bowling and they put up the, where you're like, I think I'm okay, please. I'm willing, you can, this could be rig, this can be pilot, this can be...
Oh, absolutely, helm if you'll give it to me.
I'll give you helm.
Great. So, do we manage to get the auxiliary power like back onto main power, or is this part of this role?
This is part of
fine.
like, sort of like...
Okay. That's a 6 and 2 5s. So 6.
This isn't completely your wheelhouse, but, sunglasses on, you're like, right, this is...
My thinking glasses.
You hear the start of a highway to the danger zone coming from down the corridor.
Very nice.
Thank you, Sal.
As you start as putting wires together, Ruskin Brown, decent bounty hunter, not a great technician. It does seem like he's rather, stuck it together. And I'm not saying that he's used chewing gum at one point to complete a circuit, but it's much easier. It's probably much easier for you to be like, I'm just connecting this than it is. And you turn it on. You both feel the of the power core switch. It's
okay.
It's like I've said before. It's like when you turn on like the immersion heater and you hear the click, click, click as the lights come on, and you seem to have control of the ship.
All right. So what was it that he sent? Just to get the timeline in my head right. So Meg came onto the ship, was looking for Echo, attacked Rig, his arm fused, stuff happened to him. But he got Echo onto the shuttle and jetted her away.
You are rightfully confused because what his story was saying wasn't making a ton of coherent sense, which kind of now also makes sense if he's got something else in his head. It looks like he was saying the crew came on board.
Yeah.
But he mentions that there was this person painting who he didn't get to really talk to. Again, it's like for the ramble, and I think both of you were both like, can you actually focus on what happened?
To Rig or to Tom?
To Rig, but if Tom could also focus, and rather than being like, let's see he's even doing it now. Yes, Meg comes on board. Meg starts investigating, starts having a conversation with Echo. Rig goes, please don't take my friend. there is conflict. Echo is able to speak to Rig, and to Echo, and also to what you now assume was the Cube, who is now going by Daedalus, who, again, for that slight start-stop kind of way, you're like, not a dissimilar energy to Echo, but a different focus, maybe, sort of, you might need to learn a bit more about artifacts. Oh, if Rig wakes up.
Timeline.
No, I want to talk about artifacts. Anyway, so it looks like there was conflict. Meg fled as Rig was also getting away, that Rig turned around, left the Echo shuttle to try and escape, and came back to try and fix the ship, the stuff with Daedalus. So Echo is out there somewhere in a shuttle.
Okay.
In one of the spare shuttles, yeah.
Is there a pre-set up communication link between the Echo ship and the shuttle that was jettisoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Because...
Can I see where she is?
Yes.
Nice.
She is... You sort of like, again, like... Okay, we're looking at the hollow, little floating Echo there, and a little dot coming...
Closer.
Coming closer.
Coming back.
Coming back.
Do we want her back?
I don't know. But I feel like that's going to be useful. I mean, we don't have to install her back in the ship, right? I mean, we can... Can I just check the machinery? Is everything working optimally without Echo? Can we still get to the Warren? Can we do the jumps?
Yeah. It's not going to be as automated, but yeah, the ship's definitely capable. It's not like...
I mean, that's why we got a pilot.
Yeah, exactly. And you, as I said, you definitely don't have to reinstall her, but it's your option. Also, I mean, your current Yes, this is the shuttle that Bullfrog stole. So it's not the one that you made up, because you had two.
Yeah.
And now
yeah.
it's the Skoda. I think I described it as. It probably didn't go very far, and now it's coming back. Yes.
Wasn't the shuttle that I stole the one that we raced in?
Then it's the other way around. This is the
Right.
this is
This
the
is the
Echo.
actual inbuilt,
That makes
the
a lot more
proper one
sense.
that's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's your call.
How sentient do we think she is at this point? If we let her dock, can she install herself?
Probably.
What if we just leave? We didn't turn on the communicator. We don't know where she is. We assume she's gone forever. Whoops.
Just sort of
Unless you think you need the help
towards
to fly.
where eyes dart towards where the where Rig and Daedalus are sleeping. He's gonna be real upset.
We've already got one disembodied puppet master on the ship. I don't want another.
All right, well, it's your call.
Wow. Let's go. If she catches up, then we were testing her abilities.
Bullfrog, how fast do you want to make this thing go?
We've got the transponders. We wanted to, probably like an appropriate... we're not racing right now. And truth be told, Bullfrog could probably do with some sleep. So I think let's at least get out of the Breck system. Let's at least get to the warp hole and make sure that these transponders work, the fake ones. We'll also do a check-in with Cerberus on the way, but I think that's the intention. Not like full pace racing away, but just at like flying casual.
Again, I keep doing the movements like it's Minority Report, which it kind of is. Where you're like, right, looking at the map, warp hole to the astral north. You can you can definitely make that. You probably, after making the jump, might need to refuel, but, you know, you could there's going to be, like, a refueling station by the warp pool, either side, you know. So, as we come to the end of this episode, the crew of Echo, Sans Echo, can begin travelling north. While this is happening, there will be communication from Cerberus. And we'll get to find out a little bit about that next time as we go into the finale for season 1 of Scum Villainy Echo. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us here for this kind of suspicious episode. You know, everything's fine. I'm not worried about Rick. I'm not worried about Meg. Everything's great. If you have enjoyed what we do, we play Dungeons and Dragons Monday on Twitch at 6 p.m. UK time. There will also be other streams at other times, so please do go to our Discord, follow us, follow our socials, the TikTok, the Instagram, whatever socials turned up in the next few months. A massive thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. We think you're great. I love you, and so do the terrifying mechanical goats who are currently barreling through space, hunting for bounties. I was about to say details in the chat. It's not a Twitch stream. It's all good. So, big thank you to the sponsors and supporters. Social media, Roll Together RPG. And as we say at the end of every episode, if your friend gets electrocuted, put them in the brig. See you next time, folks.